definitely.
ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா அப்போ?
ஆரம்பிக்கலாம்.
Great. Hari, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast. And I have to be honest, you're somebody I always wanted on the podcast. Right from day one, the journey started. I'm sure you remember me right
Of
from those
course.
days. And I have been adoring you for a long time. And thing is, I
Thank
mean,
you
to
so
be
much.
honest with you, how should I put it? Right from the time I think I've heard the song from Tuli Tuli, right? From
Yeah.
Paya. Oh my God, it just draw me nuts. And since
Thank
then,
you.
I mean, I've been following you for quite a long time, and then I've had the privilege of meeting you in person. No, actually, before meeting you in person, I've seen you perform in Melbourne,
Uh-huh. Oh,
2017, and I was
with
right in the front row.
Rahman sir.
Correct,
Mm.
correct. Sir's concert. And I was right in the front row. I was yelling out your name, and you were smashing out track after track. And such a versatile singer I've never come across, Hari. And I've
Oh,
I've so much respect for you. And also, I mean,
thank you so much.
I've been fortunate to have met you in person. So 2017, I saw you in Melbourne, and I also came to the Sydney concert. அப்புறமா 2019ல in Chennai concert. You might remember I met you on the rooftop of KM, and
Correct.
that is when you asked me, "Oh, you came all the way from Australia," and so we
ஆமா.
actually had a long chat then, and
Yeah.
you were very keen that I should meet Sir because I've come all the way.
Yes.
And I still
Definitely.
remember after the concert, you even
You showed me pictures of your car
correct.
appo
And
with
after the
the
concert as
plate. Yeah, license plate.
yeah, correct. And now even my motorbike has AR.Rahman finger. So
Ah.
I didn't want to spare anything, Hari. And so I mean, it's been phenomenal to have known you. And 2020, um, I can't forget the Trichy concert, and especially post concert Badam milk, catch up, and everything.
Late night, midnight badam milk on the streets of Trichy.
I know it's been such an amazing experience. I mean, now when I think about it, it's a cherished memory for me. When will that next time
Yeah.
come? I don't know. I hope it does very soon.
It will, it will. It's all bound to
We're
come
getting
back.
there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. So thank you once again, Hari. It's been a phenomenal journey with this podcast as well. I never imagined that something like this would happen. And then that's it. The journey began from there. And guest number 77. Thank you so much.
Wow. Amazing, man. Great going.
And doing it just out of pure love for Sir and respect, of course. And
Definitely.
no brands, no sponsorship, everything out of my personal time, and zero monetization, no returns whatsoever. So there are no advertisements whatsoever in the podcast. So it's
Hmm.
just pure love. That's it. That's all I want. And I want these
That's
memories to
amazing.
be cherished for a long, long time. And so thank you once again. I was extremely keen to have to cover you in this podcast for sure. And
My
I
pleasure.
feel so thrilled. You can see the energy now.
What is the time there in Melbourne now?
இங்க வந்து 8:50 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
Not
Sorry.
bad. Yeah. And so how have you been, Hari?
I've been good. This year has been pretty, very, very hopeful. Last year was a complete shock for anyone in the world, and especially for entertainment personnel, entertainers like us.
Yeah.
Everything came to a standstill, and we didn't know when it would come back. But it was a time to learn and adapt. I learned all kinds of new technology, how to do stuff from home remotely, and still work with composers all around the world, and to broadcast high quality video as well, to do concerts. So that was the learning, and I did a lot of practicing at home, took care of my voice, and uh, spent time with loved ones, and with friends, and yeah, I mean that's how I've been.
Yeah. And I know for the fact that you have always been a positive person. So I'm pretty sure you'd have handled 2020 more constructively for sure with what you've just mentioned as well, right?
Yeah.
And do you think this will become the new norm in terms of virtual concerts and things like that? Not 100%, but might be a combination like a hybrid.
Of course, I see the comfort in this as well because I am a music producer as well,
Mm.
and to do things, no need to travel the distance and still do things and do it in our own time and sometimes just do it with boxers. So all this has been pretty new, and I think it'll stick on for some time.
Yeah.
எவ்வளவுதான் வந்து um, everything goes back to normal. And some services might work remote, but
Yeah.
still the real picture is the real picture. The actual experience of a concert, being there, the rush, the adrenaline of watching, for example, Sir's concert, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு rush வந்து it's irreplaceable. So அதுக்கு எப்போதுமே it'll have its own magic,
Yeah.
but I think some services might stick on.
Yeah, for sure. And interestingly enough, I met Sir again virtually this morning, and then I think very casually I asked, I didn't ask, one of the guys in the catch up asked, Sir, unga concert அடுத்தது எப்போ sir? And he just smiled. Yeah. And Hari, so the thing is, I mean, I want to touch on so many aspects, but before I dive into that, I just wanted to understand what's your childhood been like, and I would love to know about your upbringing. And did you know music was always your thing, and or rather, when did you realize music was the thing?
I grew up in a very, very conservative South Indian
Yeah,
Brahmin household.
me too.
Carnatic music was the way of everyday life. If not for performers, a family will always keep listening to Carnatic music at home. You know, some kriti or the other by a Carnatic superstar. So my music was already into my family was already into music. My grandfather, he was an organizer of concerts back in the 70s and 60s. So Carnatic music was a default to be known in the family, and I went into training very very early at the age of 5 to 7.
Wow.
And அப்போலேருந்து I didn't know what film music was. All I knew was kritis, what is swaram, alankaram, all that. So my circle of friends were also from the same, and I had been to sabas performing there, and then slowly I got exposed to film music. At the same time, I was in a very very good school. I had to study well because my grandma was the principal of the school, so no
No
lot of
excuse.
pressure there. So I can't slack. So அந்த விஷயமும் போயிட்டு இருந்தது. But I was a musician in school, so I got a lot of free periods and I could just come out and go for practice, rehearsals, போலாம். I enjoyed that phase of life, you know, being in school and being a musician.
Yeah.
அதுக்கப்புறமா TV competitions, and I started listening to film songs. My dad taught me a lot of film songs and ghazals and all other kinds of music.
Yeah.
அதுக்கப்புறம் I I was trying to be featured in a film. Appo playback singing started, and then it's been an amazing journey since then. And I've worked with so many composers through films and without films as well. So that
Amazing.
has been my childhood.
Amazing. Beautiful. And since obviously there has been a lot of emphasis on Carnatic music, how much of it has actually helped you shape your career?
It is a huge help. Actually, I knew about Carnatic music, the greatness of it when I started doing other styles. I could easily adapt to a style. That is what a lot of people have told me. That is because I feel Carnatic music prepares you, not only Carnatic music, any form of classical music, be it Hindustani or Western, it prepares you for a lot of different styles, and it keeps your throat very agile, and it helps you to adapt different to sing different kinds of phrases. And suddenly if I listen to Bruno Mars or Suddenly, if I listen to Mongolian singing or any kind of Algerian pop or something, I can try with what I've learned, but it definitely helps. Carnatic music definitely helped me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I was going to say, of course, the journey has been great for you. Started working with so many composers. So my $1 million question is, when did you meet Sir for the first time ever? That was in your
Okay.
school, though, right? I remember.
Yeah, I was a small kid.
Yeah,
எப்போனா, I think 99, I think
yeah,
99. I was, I don't know, I was in seventh standard or something.
yeah,
And I was a part of a troupe called Isai Madalai. We were all kids in the band and musicians alarm adults, but
yeah,
all the singers are kids below 12, 13 and the mari.
yeah,
So we were doing some shows, and I think for One to Ka For, the movie, Hindi movie, they wanted a children's chorus kind of a group to come and do some phrases in the background score.
yeah.
So Aniki, we were all shocked to know that we're going to enter Rahman sir's studio, because I have been a diehard fan of Sir right from Roja,
Wow.
right from the day I listened to Puduvellai Malai in that cassette.
Yeah.
When I experienced that reverb, that sound with my father, we closed down the curtains in the room, and then it was a tear jerk moment for
Wow.
me when I heard that song for the sound for the first time.
Yeah.
And the Mari or sound I've never heard in my life.
Wow.
Right from then, that love for AR started. And since then, I've been wanting to meet him. And இப்போ போய் பாட போறோம் அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சோன்னா, I don't know what to do. I was so excited. அன்னைக்கு பார்த்து my throat, I was not in the best of என்ன சொல்றது, I was not feeling well.
Yeah.
So throatல வந்து ஒரு crack இருந்தது.
Okay.
So I went, we all stood in front of one mic, and we were all like kids, like jamming each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
La 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 ta 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 da da da. I still remember the tune. So அது பாடி முடிச்ச உடனே சார் walked in, and then he said, எல்லாரும் தனித்தனியா பாடுங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னாரு. I was like, ஐயோ, நம்ம வாய்ஸ் வேறே சரியா இல்லையே, என்ன பண்ண போறோம் சொல்லி கரெக்டாக என்ன வந்து நீ பாடு அப்படின்னு அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ பாடினேன். நீ கொஞ்சம் வால்யூம் கம்மியாக பாடு. So that was my first interaction with Sir. And I remember it was on Jan 6th, because it was his birthday. And he gave us all a laddu. ஒரு லட்டு ஒரு பாக்கெட்டு கொடுத்து எல்லாருக்கும் கொடுத்தாரு. So that was my first meeting with Sir. அப்புறம் I sang a lot of chorus for him.
Yeah.
லகான், கணத்தில் முத்தமிட்டாள்,
Yeah.
நிறைய படத்துல உதயா. அதுக்கப்புறமா first என்ன சொல்றது song to work with him was Mangal Pandey. That was a song with Srini sir.
Yeah.
It is a song called देखो आई होली रंग लाई होली चल पिचकारी उड़ा है गुलाल होली की है घटा मन झूम उठा so அந்த பாட்டுக்கு தான் first I sang. But that was a funny episode. Aniki, I couldn't finish the recording because I had my board exams the next day. I was so stupid. I told him, sir, I need to go. I have an exam in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, chemistry, okay, go. Ordinary. So,
Oh gosh.
oh my God, I can't forget these memories. Really, it'll be definitely some conversation starter every time.
Wow. And how come you're so fluent in Hindi? So did you speak Hindi right from the start, is it?
I mean,
You
I learned
sang with
Hindi.
Fugees, and of course you've been singing, no doubt.
No, it's just that I've been a South Indian guy, but I learned Hindi in school.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of friends who spoke in Hindi, and I learned Sanskrit as well. So அதனால it kind of இருக்கு கொஞ்சம். And but I wouldn't say I'm very good at it. I'm still talking with a lot of my friends from Bombay and people who speak Hindi, and try to be okay. I try to sound okay.
Yeah, you're amazing, no doubt. And what's your riyaz like on a daily basis, Hari? I mean, I'm just curious because of the fact is as part of this I Love ARR podcast journey, what's also happened is I Love ARR community has evolved. So fans from all parts of the world came and connected with me, and then they wanted to come along with me in this journey, travel with me
Yeah.
while I'm traveling in this journey. Is and then hundreds and hundreds of fans have connected with me now, and a lot of them are aspiring musicians. So,
Yeah.
and you have a huge fan following within the community, so I have to mention about that. And then I, this question is more for them, just so that they get inspired by
Okay.
yourself.
Um, First of all, hi to everyone, all the aspiring musicians watching. Um, I have just been doing what my gurus have taught me in my Carnatic music gurus, and a lot of people who I've met in my journey. And my typical riyaz is I start with flexing the muscle a little, like how we warm up in the gym. So I need to warm up the voice first before I sing something. So I take vowels, a, e, u, a, I, o, u,
Wow.
and then I try to sustain on notes in whatever shruti I want to. Say if I sing on a D, I do the and then I take every note in a different vowel, like a, e, u, a, I, o, and then the next note, and then next note, and the next note. So that is like the starting for my warm up.
Mm.
It kind of opens up your throat every day and keeps you prepared for whatever you have in that day. Say suddenly you get a recording, suddenly you need to do a show, or like an interview, or I mean generally even for people who talk, who speak a lot, orators. I think this exercise is very important. This is what my gurus have taught me. And after that I take a ragam and I explore it phonetically, like an alapana, and then I take a kriti which I have, I really want to sing, and I do a little bit of kalpana swaram and naraval, all that. And sometimes when I listen to ghazals, I take out my harmonium, I try to sing with the harmonium, and um, I try to emulate what the greats have done, like Chode Ghulam Ali Saab or Haricharan ji,
Yeah.
Mehdi Hasan Saab. I try to sing how like how they love the lyric, the Urdu, the that is the mission for me right now, to understand the meaning behind the lyrics and sing. So
Right, right. And the
that's my
riyaz
typical
usually
riyaz.
happens in the mornings, or doesn't really matter? Like, are you a morning
It
person?
doesn't matter. Sometimes when I have a session, I do it just before that.
Right.
Otherwise, I think it's typically the best to do it in the morning.
Right. And okay, that leads me to the next thing. What sort of preparation goes before you walk into the recording studio of Sir, let's say?
Oh,
And does it differ when you have to walk into anyone else's studio? Just curious.
I mean, basically, I like to live with the song before I go record.
Right.
I like to know what the song is, and I
Yeah.
like to listen to the tune like 100 times and get used to it before I go in front of the mic. Because the watching the lyrics when you sing, and you're singing, your mind is actually divided into two things. You're looking at the lyrics and you're singing, and you have to give so much feel, and you'll have to be impressive, and then
Yeah.
you'll have to sing in tune. So if you're able to some sort of if you're able to pre-prepare and do it, you might use your brain for something else.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in living with the song before I sing.
Yeah.
I ask for composers to at least send the tune before, and I sing the ups and downs of it, and make myself familiar with it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like I told you, I mean, because we are in a very small four walls, and then we have to sing a full song in so many hours,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of effort to imagine the feel and visualize
Yeah.
the scene,
Yeah.
right from these four walls, and do it.
True.
I'm sure the director, the lyricist, the composer, they give you all the they help you the most, by giving you an idea of what it would be when it comes out. But
Mm.
I wish uh, the preparation, the mental preparation, is very very important. And sometimes, it just clicks. You never know.
Mm.
You might not prepare at all, and suddenly something offhand which you sing, the composer might really like, and he'll ask you to do some improv in that.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no actual plan, but I believe in preparing myself mentally before I go.
Right. Amazing. And again, or just out of curiosity, how do you switch off from everything else when you walk into the studio? I mean, at times I find it extremely difficult when I walk into a meeting. I work in IT and stuff, but
Yeah.
especially you being in the creative space and you 100% focus has to be there, but
Hmm.
there would have been traffic and whatever or en route to the studio.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, how do you channelize your energy, focus everything into that just one thing and forget about everything else? Or do you actually meditate and is that helping you do this?
Yeah. I mean, my go-to thing for calming me down is food. Actually, I love eating,
Like
and
everyone.
yeah, no, but I think I connect with food a little on the on the mind level. I think a cup of coffee gives me so much of it calms me down. It gives me the inner peace.
Yeah.
It allows me to think inside and shut off whatever I don't want for the
Right.
next 2 to 3 hours for the recording.
Wow.
And sometimes I breathe, take deep breaths, but I sometimes connect with food more. Sometimes when I order lunch in a recording studio, if I have not been singing well for the past 2 hours,
Yeah.
after the meal, I kind of connect with the song more. I don't know. It's a subconscious connect with food.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
uh, I've never thought of this before you asked me. It just occurred to me now, and I
So,
have to thank you for that.
no, I'm just curious because uh, life throws so many things every minute in everything that we do, and then you have to walk into that studio, spend hours and hours, and you have to nail it.
Yeah.
And I've always been curious about it, especially for someone like yourself who's absolutely versatile and yeah, just give him any song and he'll smash it.
It has happened right after a fight. You will have to go and sing a very happy song, like a hero intro song. Hey, vandanda, hey, vandanda, hey, all that. So எனக்கே கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். ஐ மீன் ஐயோ, இப்போ இது இந்த மூடோட போறோமே பண்ண முடியுமான்னு. பட் ஐ டோன்ட் நோ, somewhere it connects, and music does that actually.
Yeah,
Music is the escape route for a lot of people.
right. And how is it actually recording with Sir? I
Oh,
know.
that is a whole new
Okay,
whole new chapter.
all right, all ears.
I No, it is. I just I am just amazed with how Sir records
Yeah,
a singer, because um, he has a tune, he has envisioned something, and then he calls a singer and he records the singer. Usually, what will happen is you make the singer sing the tune, and then you'll take what. Uh, but according to me, what I believe Sir does is he makes the singer do his own stuff, and then he takes the best out of that and makes it into a song.
yeah, yeah,
I think i think that's brilliant, because you get the best of what that person as a singer can give to you, and you're also constantly inventing yourself,
mm, mm,
instead of just okay, sing this, and then you take a low note there, and then you take instead of just giving like a flow chart, um, listen to the song through that singer,
right.
listen to the song through that musician.
Yeah,
So I think Sir, uh, I've seen Sir do that, and I think it's brilliant what he does. I don't know if that is his way of working, or Maybe I've just been watching it whenever I've got a recording session. But when you're recording with Sir, um, you have to be on your toes,
Yeah.
your fingertips.
Yeah.
The lyrics, the tune, you might want to do something different. You might want to, do something quirky and something new age, because he's always innovative, right? So,
Correct.
um, and he loves the idea of the meaning of lyrics, and then
Yeah.
the good sounding lyrics. He always believes in that sonic brilliance.
Yeah.
If there's some word which is disturbing, or there's something which is not fitting in the song, he'll just replace it. So that's all these years of experience, and he's brilliant.
Amazing. And obviously, you would have noticed. Okay, before I ask you that, you're a morning person or a night person?
um, I
Does
have
it?
been a morning person for the past 6 months now.
Okay. Is that a conscious shift?
Hmm. Yeah, I kind of I kind of get more work done when I'm a morning person.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Awesome. The reason why I ask, you and I
huh.
both know Sir is a super, super night person, no doubt about it. And he's always buzzing. Like this morning when I met him, that was around 5:30 a.m. and he's been awake all night. And for me, it
Hmm.
was 11 a.m., I think, or 11:30 a.m. And I was just amazed with the fact that he's high on energy, smiling, cracking jokes and stuff like that in these little meetings that I have with him. But I'm sure you would have seen a lot more of that in all the recording experiences that you would have had with him, right? Have you ever been, have you ever wondered how this man actually does it? Being awake all night, and then he's always awake all through the day. I don't know when he actually sleeps, but today
Yeah.
he actually said, and now I'm going to sleep.
He's amazing. I really have to. And we have had this chat with my other singer friends, and how does he? How is he so active? And not only about this morning night thing. He's been active for the past 27 years.
Correct.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know before the movie scene. I don't know how many years, but he's been always doing something constantly.
Mm,
No,
mm,
he's a two-time Oscar awardee and two-time Grammy,
mm,
and then he was composing for movies, and now he's producing, he's
mm,
writing scripts, and then he's doing movies which can be viewed on VR, and
yeah.
is constantly inventing himself, and um, answering calls from the US, answering calls from India, and meeting people and meeting fans, and uh, composing. So
Yeah.
not only the question of morning and night, he's been active. He's such an active person. He always wants to keep doing something,
Mm,
constantly inventing himself and constantly inventing the system.
mm.
um, I think it is in his blood. I really can't comment on he's just what he is. That's it.
Yes. Yeah. And I know for the fact that you have an amazing sense of humor. Sir does too. Any moments that comes to your mind, and you and I both know Sir just spontaneously cracks something, and we'll all be wondering, oh, really?
Yeah, he's a funny person. I I kind of enjoy his uh, மைக்ல வந்து he'll crack jokes which can only be heard by the other people who are connected on in years.
Yeah.
Um, but he's so sweet. He will not hurt anyone. But I really enjoy his sense of humor and his timing. Um, ஏதாவது திடீர்னு தமிழில் ஏதாவது ஜோக் அடிப்பார், எங்களுக்கு மட்டும் தான் புரியும். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரிலாம் நிறைய நடந்திருக்கு. எனக்கு வந்து ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஐ ரிமெம்பர் when we went to the US for the first tour,
Yeah.
2015, the intimate concert tour, and I started developing a bald spot in my head, and then பின்னாடி he was there in the piano and I was singing. I was like, hey, என்ன சொட்டை விழுந்துருச்சா? I was like, sir, yes, sir. So
Yeah.
it's so nice to see him like that. நம்ம இவ்வளோ வருஷமாக அவரை வந்து ஒரு ஒரு அமேசிங் சூப்பர் ஸ்டாராக பார்த்துருக்கோம்.
Yeah.
பட் யூனோ அவரோட சராசரியாக ஹீஸ் ஏபிள் டு கிராக் ஜோக்ஸ். நம்மளை பார்த்து ஜோக் அடிக்கிறார், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சந்தோஷம். ஸோ அது ஐ ரியலி லவ் தோஸ் மூமெண்ட்ஸ்.
Right. And I also remember, how should I put it? This was in the Trichy concert, right? Because, you know, I was hanging around in the rehearsals area as well. And then uh, it's just amazing to have him around and you guys are singing. And then uh, the vibe is so good, especially when you're singing. Like, you sing so confidently and you it doesn't really matter to you who's next to you. You're in the zone. And
Oh.
it's just amazing. And also what I wanted to also tell you was, I think Trichy concert the rehearsal day, I think Hari sir was delayed for some reason and you had to sing his song, Nilaka. I'm sure you remember that. And
Oh yeah. I was shitting bricks
and the best
to
part was,
handle that song on stage. Yeah.
you were a bit reluctant to go and sing that song and you were looking for a Harisa. He was nowhere in sight and you were asked to sing. And you
அது
won't
நிறைய
believe it, I
நடக்கும்.
still have that recording.
Oh
It
God.
was
Okay.
amazing. Very well done again.
Oh,
So,
thanks.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, I just wanted to know, because you have traveled so much with for all the concerts and stuff like that. Any particular concert that comes to your mind that's kind of favorite to you, or a very special memory, or every concert has its own special spot? Probably is the latter.
Mm, it is every time it's an amazing experience. Something which I really look forward to, because singing in a concert of Mr. ARR is something larger than life. You know, everything is big. The lights, the LED, the sound, the kind of people, um, the volume, and the amount of amazing musicians on stage, and everyone they all have that amazing energy. So singing for Sir's concert itself is a dream come true for me. Imagining, I'm thinking of all those conversations which I've had with Shweta Mohan. We were friends since we were kids, so நிறைய பேசுவோம் ஃபோனில். we used to discuss about ideas and how ஒரு நாள் ரஹ்மான் சாருக்கு ஒரு பாட்டு பாடணும், அவரோட ஷோவில் வந்து பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணணும்னு நாங்கள் நிறைய பேசியிருக்கோம். ஸோ நாங்கள் அப்பப்போ பேசுவோம், இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்கும்போது அவரோட, நம்ம அந்த மாதிரிலாம் பேசியிருக்கோம், ஞாபகம் இருக்கா, இந்த மாதிரி வந்துட்டோம் என்ன, ஆமாம், இட்ஸ் அ ட்ரீம் கம் ட்ரூ. ஸோ எவ்ரி ஷோ இஸ் ஸ்பெஷல். பட் என்னோட மோஸ்ட் ஃபேவரட் tour அப்படின்னு சொன்னால், that is my first tour with Sir. It was in 2015, A.R.Rahman's intimate concert tour of the North America. And oh God, I still can't believe that happened, because it was such a small band. ஒரு 8-10 பேர் தான், and நானும் ஜொனிதா மட்டும்தான் singers, and Rahman sir is there, and we are traveling everywhere across the US in buses. It was something which really changed my life. And avaroda we were having meals together, lunch and dinner, coffee, and then we were discussing about things. We went out for a walk in Nashville, club hopping mari ponom. So anga pay ella edathilum pay orange juice, apple juice, coffee and the mari dhaan. So அந்த 1 month I can never forget. And the airportல வெயிட் பண்ணுறது, அவரோட பேசுறது, I just can't believe that happened, and I'll really cherish it for the rest of my life.
Beautiful. Wow, amazing. It feels, I was just visualizing as you were describing, feels so amazing. Beautiful. And I really hope, that those memories come back again, like in terms of concerts, and we are heading there for sure. And I'm thinking, what's your gut feeling, Hari? When do you think life is going to get back to normal, where we'll start having concerts and things like that?
At the end of this year,
Yeah,
I think there are places around the world where it has already started.
correct.
நம்ம எல்லாம் ஒழுங்கா, if we are able to follow the rules and get all of us vaccinated and
Well
or
said.
maybe herd immunity கொண்டு வந்தோம் அப்படின்னா, we can definitely see something next starting of next year, like concerts. But அது வரைக்கும் small stuff will it's already happening. Weddings,
Correct.
ப்ரைவேட் events நடக்குது. எல்லாமே வந்து இந்த 100-150 பேர் இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஆடியன்ஸோட. But it is just a matter of time, and I think
Yeah.
every musician and every entertainer should just wait for that. கொஞ்சம் பொறுமையோட இருக்கணும். Keep creating content. That's what we can do when we have time like this.
Yeah.
ஸோ எந்த விஷயத்தில் வந்து இப்போ பண்ண முடியுமோ அதை வந்து நம்ம யூட்டிலைஸ் பண்ணி லெட்ஸ் hope that everything gets back to normal at the end of this year.
For sure. I have to touch on one of the albums, which is, I'm sure, super special. Kavya Talaivan. It
Oh,
was an
yeah.
album for you. And the thing is, I mean, huge fans in the community for this album particularly. Especially there are two guys from Sydney. They go on and on and on and on about this album, left, right, and center. One day I'll record what those guys talk and share it to you. That's how crazy they are about this
Sure,
particular
definitely.
album. Any memories of recording this amazing album? I personally love it.
I remember it was 2013. I had just got married.
Yeah.
And I know every night I was in his studio. After that, and the varsham nariya naal I was there. We were
Wow.
ideating tunes and அவர் வந்து நிறைய பியூ சின்னப்பா
Yeah.
அப்புறம் மற்ற அந்த டைமில் இருந்த ட்ராமா சூப்பர் ஸ்டார்ஸோட மியூசிக்கை கேளு, அவங்கள மாதிரி ஒரு ஆல்பம் ஒன்று க்ரியேட் பண்ணணும். பிகாஸ் இட் இஸ் அபவுட் சம்மன் ஹூஸ் இன் த ட்ராமா சீன் அண்ட் நிறைய பாட்டு மீன் உன்னோட கர்நாடிக் ஸ்டைலோட ஒரு ஃபிலிமி டச்சோட பாடணும். அண்ட் அட் த சேம் டைம் யூ ஷுட் பி லைக் அ ஷோமேன், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கேரக்டர். ஸோ லவ், என்ன சொல்கிறது, பேத்தாஸ் அண்ட் ஹாப்பினஸ் அண்ட் எல்லா விதமான ஜான்ராலையும் வரும் அப்படின்னு பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தோம். there was என்ன சொல்கிறது, அந்த படத்தில் ஐ திங்க் there were 13 songs, 13 bit songs.
Yeah.
and அதில் 11 I was featured in 11 songs in the soundtrack. அப்படின்னு நினைக்கும்போது I was really speechless because to have that kind of trust in a person, ஒரு சிங்கர் மேலே இவ்வளோ ட்ரஸ்ட் பண்ணி இவ்வளோ சாங்ஸில் ஃபீச்சர் பண்ணி அண்ட் அது பண்ணுறதுங்கிறது பெரிய விஷயம். இட் இஸ் நாட் ஈஸி அட் ஆல். அண்ட் ஃபார் அ பர்சன் லைக் A.R.Rahman to do that, I was really humbled. அந்த மாதிரி he taught me அந்த லெவலில் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கும்போது. பட் I really gave it all I had. அண்ட் என்னோட கர்நாடிக் classes சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து நான் கற்றுட்டது, all that really helped me.
Yeah.
And I was also constantly researching every night how to sing, என்ன மாதிரி இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கும், எப்படி பாடலாம், என்ன மாதிரி சங்கதிகள், என்ன ஒரு வாட் வாஸ் த இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் ஆஃப் நார்த் இண்டியன் மியூசிக் இன் த தமிழ் ட்ராமாஸ், அந்த மாதிரிலாம் நிறைய யூஸ் டு டூ சம் ரிசர்ச் அண்ட் சிங் அக்கார்டிங்லி. ஸோ சண்டி குதிரை, வாங்க மக்கா வாங்க, அப்புறம் வந்து நிறைய இந்த அல்லி அர்ஜுனா, அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பாடல்கள் கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஈச் அதர். அண்ட் சண்டி குதிரையில் வந்து நிறைய அனிமல் சவுண்ட்ஸ் வேற நான் அந்த மாதிரி பாட வேண்டியிருந்தது. ஸோ
was it you are really?
no not the animal foley, அது சவுண்ட் எஃபெக்ட்ஸ். பட் பாடும்போதே வந்து ஐ ஹேட் டு சிங் வித் லிட்டில் ஃப்ளேவர். யூனோ யானைக்குட்டி பூனைக்குட்டி அந்த மாதிரி பாடும்போது ஒரு இதுக்கும் ஐ ஹேட் டு கிவ் அ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் இது. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் வெரி வெரி எக்ஸைட்டிங் those recordings. அண்ட் அவரோட அந்த ப்ரமோஷன்ஸ், காவிய தலைவனோட ப்ரமோஷன்ஸில் இருந்தது. அண்ட் டு see him talking about me, it was really special. I think I was really blessed for being through that.
Of course, you're one of his favorites. And
Yeah, thanks.
and any song, 2 lines from that movie, if that's okay, because
Yeah.
these two particular fans will kill me if I don't ask you this.
Just give me a minute.
Sure.
Hey, hey, மிஸ்டர் மைனர் என்ன பார்க்கிற? என் இரவுகளை இம்சையாக நினைக்கிற, காற்றின் காதல் கொலுசு கட்டி அனுப்புற, காதலை கை கொலுக்கி இழுக்கிற. ஹே மிஸ்டர் மைனர் என்ன பார்க்கிற? என் இரவுகளை இம்சையாக நினைக்கிற, காற்றின் காலில் கொலுசு கட்டி அனுப்புற, காதலை கை கொலுக்கி இழுக்கிற. ஓ என்ன உனக்கு ரசிகனாக மாத்துற, உன் அழகு தினமும் 100 மடங்கு கூட்டுற, கண்கள் பட்டு போகும் என்று நினைக்கிற, நெஞ்சிலே தங்கிக் கொண்டு சிரிக்கிற.
Wow. So amazing. Thank you so much, Hari. So beautiful.
Pleasure. Thanks.
There's a question that just occurred in my mind.
Okay.
So obviously, you sing so very well, no doubt about it. And in the concerts, thousands and thousands of people are in front of you, and it'll be a silly question to ask you if you ever feel nervous looking at the crowd. But uh, how do you switch off from thousands of eyes on you and focus on just singing and nailing it? Again, I mean, I'm just curious, like, how do you do this?
I think I've learned to do that all these years. I was not like a born stage performer or something. எனக்கும் நிறைய பயம் இருந்தது. Right from the age of 10, I've been performing on stages. சென்னையில் காமராஜர் அரங்கம்ல நிறைய கச்சேரி and Carnatic கச்சேரிஸ். கண்ணை மூடிட்டு பாடுவேன். I will just imagine that there's no one in the audience and sing. That really helped me prepare and it also helped me to sing with a lot more feel. But I really love performing. I think more than recording in a studio, I think I've told this before also, more than recording in a studio, I enjoy being in rehearsals and sound checks and performing for thousands and thousands of people across the world. Travel பண்ணி ஒரு இடத்துல போயிட்டு அங்கே போய் செட்டப் பண்ணி perform பண்ணுறது. I really love doing that because I've had a couple of people who have guided me, especially Chinmay's mom, Padmasini ma'am. She used to teach me, she's taught me a lot. Ghazals nari solli koduthirukanga. She told me that when you're on stage, you have to be the king of the stage, no matter who else is on stage. You are a representation of the art and you're a representation of what you sing and what you believe in. So நீ பண்ற வேலையை வந்து ஒழுங்கா 150% பண்ணணும். நீ யாருக்கும் பயப்படக்கூடாது and just கண்ணை மூடிட்டு பாடு, இல்லை ப்ராக்டிஸ் இருந்தால் கண்ணை திறந்து பாடு. So அந்த ஒரு advice has really helped me to be on top of whatever I am about to do on stage. If I really try to be full nerves of steel அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். பட் படகாலி சண்டி சங்கரி பொக்கிரி மக்கிரி பகவதி அந்த பாட்டெலாம் பாடும்போது the song from Yoda, you don't know how I'm sweating like this. இங்கெல்லாம் வந்து உள்ளெல்லாம் ஸ்வெட்டு தெரியும். அந்த மாதிரி இருந்தது. செம்ம டென்ஷன், செம்ம நர்வஸ் because that song is so tough. But I still I have to sing with nerves of steel in front of 20,000 people. If it's an ARR concert and it could be a cold country, செம்ம கோல்டாக இருக்கலாம், ஹீட்டர் might not work in the auditorium. அப்போ இருந்தாலும் நம்ம வந்து பாடணும் because that grit I think I've developed all these years and I think it's really helped me and I love that I can do that. So
amazing. And of course I've seen you perform on the stages in a number of concerts and your outfit is amazing. Do you consciously spend time in thinking through it, this is what I'm going to be wearing for this song and the stuff that you feel comfortable? Does that play a factor as well while performing?
Yes. But I was not like this before. Being a conservative family or a conservative family-ல வளர்ந்தது, ஒரு டிஷர்ட் ஒரு பேண்ட் போகிறோம், நம்ம பாட்டு வந்து தொண்டை தானே, இட்ஸ் நாட் கோயிங் டு, நம்ம தொண்டை தான் வந்து மேட்டர் நம்ம அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப வருஷம் இருந்தேன். பட் அதே மாதிரி அப்பாதி ஆடை பாதின்னு ஒரு சேயிங் இருக்குது. when you're a part of a production that is so magnanimous, when they have 100 people working for the whole concert, trying to get the best lights, trying to get the best LED, trying to get the best technicians and doing the best for you, you have to look your best. And if it helps, அந்த ஃபோட்டோஸ் எடுக்கும்போது எல்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது யூ ஹாவ் டு லுக் த பெஸ்ட் அட் வாட் எவர் ஆங்கிள் தே ஷூட் இன். அப்படி இருக்கும்போது யூ நீட் டு பி ரியலி வர்தி ஆஃப் இது. ஸோ ஆர்ட்டு தவிர, டேலண்ட்டை தவிர, இந்த ஆடை அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு விஷயம் வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஐ திங்க் ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் இஸ் ஆல்சோ வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். ஸோ ஐ ஹவ் லேர்ன்ட் இட் actually from my colleagues. When I watch Benny perform, when I watch Jonita, when I watch Neeti Mohan, when I watch AR sir perform, I see how they have styled themselves and how they have come so different from how they looked before, and evlo importance taranga nu paathu, then I realized that. And luckily for me, my wife is like the biggest support for me. She does all my costumes and மிக்ஸ் மேட்ச் பண்ணுவாங்க, எது ஒர்க் ஆகும், எந்த சாங்குக்கு என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய், ஓகே தட் மூட், ஓகே இந்த சாங் இந்த கலர்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ண, அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ வித் தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் சப்போர்ட் ஐ திங்க் ஐவ் டன் சம்திங்.
Amazing. And do you have any favorite colors that you will stick to? Like, for example, me, if I have to go into a job interview, it has to be a navy blue shirt for me. Things like that. And I'm a bit superstitious on certain things.
I love bright colors, like the floral patterns and funky colors. And obviously reds and blacks. So mathapadi enakku, I don't have like a particular color for something. Just something nice and quirky is fine.
Nice. And also on the stage you also dance very well while performing. And
actually you are the first person to say that.
Hey, no, I'm serious. I'm not saying this to flatter you. Seriously, I mean, we go nuts when you perform there, and when you're in the zone, you're like out of control. I'm going to set these guys on fire.
Oh yeah, that is,
I love it.
But na dance aada arumcha yarum paaka mudiyadhu.
No, we love it. We love it, Hari. No,
okay,
never.
Okay.
No, I'm being serious. So please continue to do that. And I have to ask you one more thing. There is one track you won't believe that plays every day, and I actually want to know if that song, you go back and listen to that song at all. I'm talking about Sarvam Tadamayam, the title track. It's such a happy track, Hari. And then in the last 1 year during the pandemic and everything, I can put my hand on my heart and tell you that every day this song has played at least twice, and I'm sure I must have shared a number of times the screenshot to you whenever it has played. I remember this song is so special for me, and it just brightens up my day, I should say, when I listen to it. And
so special. Thank you.
Amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
I get very happy when I listen to this song. So I'm keen to know your thoughts about this song. See how excited I am when I talk about this song.
No, it is a very, என்ன சொல்றது, it was a very interesting recording. Rajiv Menon sir was there, and he's a very animated person. நீங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, of course he has come on your podcast as well. He loves music. He loves all aspects of music, and he has so much of knowledge in his அவரோட பிரெயினில் அவ்வளோ நாலேஜ் இருக்கு. அண்ட் ஏதாவது ஒரு விஷயம் பற்றி பேசணும்னா he'll just go on and he'll just give facts and இப்படி பண்ணலாம், அதை அப்படி அவர் அன்றைக்கி அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணியிருந்தார், யூ கேன் டூ இட் லைக் திஸ், அந்த மாதிரிலாம் நிறைய எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவார். ஸோ டியூன் பண்ணிவிட்டு என்னை பாட கூப்பிடும்போது it was so interesting to communicate with him and then go into the studio, a booth, and record the song. And நடுவில் வந்து அந்த ஜதி பண்ணதெல்லாம் அவரோட ஐடியா, அண்ட் அது வந்து he told me to do this, and and இது வந்து நாங்க வந்து இந்தியா பூரா வந்து we are going to go travel and record the sounds and music of India, different drum patterns of India, and incorporate it into the song அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் கூஸ் பம்ப்ஸ் வந்தது. பிகாஸ் இந்த மாதிரி யாருமே பண்ணது இல்லையே அப்படின்னு. அண்ட் ஆஃப்கோர்ஸ் ராஜீவ் மேனன் சார் ஷூட் பண்ணால் இட்ஸ் லைக் $1 million வீடியோ. ஸோ so I really enjoyed recording this song. And Telugu also. Telugu record பண்ணோம்.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'd have seen that the making video, not the actual shoot, but the composition part, where
yeah.
and
Karthi, yeah.
and you'd have seen, obviously noticed the point when Rajiv sir asked, "Okay, yaro pada vekkala." Sir instantly said, Haricharan. And
wow, yeah.
You saw that, right? And
I saw it.
I have seen that particular video so many times, and and after that, obviously, when I listen to that song, it's such a happy song. I love it. And I mean, I was just wondering, maybe 2 lines, Hari, this very
Sure.
special song for me.
And Chennai showla last year, I mean 2019 or 20th தெரியல, Chennai showla it was this has never happened. So I went in front stage, main stage இருந்து ஒரு பெரிய ramp ஒன்று முன்னாடி போகும் towards into the crowd. So they told me, okay, second charanam, can you go there and sing அப்படின்னாங்க director. So I went, போயிட்டு இருக்கும்போது திடீர்னு பார்த்தா sir is coming with his guitar behind me, and we both are on stage in that small pedestal in that ramp, and that moment I really enjoyed. It was just me and sir there, and என்ன சொல்றது, really thankful to God for that moment.
Beautiful.
So that song I'll never forget. I'll sing something.
Thank you.
கருவுக்குள் பூக்கும் ஒற்றை துடிப்போட தொடங்கும். கருவுக்குள் பூக்கும் ஒற்றை துடிப்போடு தொடங்கும். கர்வங்கள் தீர்க்கும் ஒற்றை துடிப்போடு அடங்கும். கருமேகம் வெட்டும் போது என் கருவுக்குள் பூக்கும் ஒற்றை துடிப்போடு தொடங்கும். கருமேகம் கர்வங்கள் தரைப்போடு அடங்கும். கருதாரிராரனும் நெஞ்செந்த ஒலிக்க, ஆழிகை தட்டும் போது கரையெங்கும் ஒலிக்க, உடலும் உயிரும் ஆடட்டுமே ஓ சர்வம். Can I go once again?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
கருவுக்குள் பூக்கும் ஒற்றை துடிப்போடு தொடங்கும். கருவங்கள் தீர்க்கும் ஒற்றை துடிப்போடு அடங்கும். கருமேகம் முட்டும் போது விண்ணெங்கும் ஒலிக்க, ஆழிகை தட்டும் போது கரையெங்கும் ஒலிக்க, உடலும் உயிரும் ஆடட்டுமே ஓ சர்வம் தாளமயம். சர்வம் சர்வம் தாளமயம் ஓ சர்வம் தாளமயம். தாளம் இன்றி ஏது நயம்.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's my early morning coffee song, Hari. You won't believe it. And I asked this question in the community 2 days ago, and I shared the screenshot to them, and I said, "Does this song make you guys dance?" And 10 people said, put their hand up and said, yes, hands up and said, yes, it does. And it does to me. I'm making my coffee, and invariably I'm just like doing some rubbish steps, and then I'm enjoying this. That's the power of this song. And you've sung so well. Pure magic.
Thank you.
Absolute
Thank you
magic.
so much. அந்த கேரளா சண்டை மேளம்லாம் வரும்போது you feel like you want to dance. Yeah, I understand.
No, I mean, for me, all through the entire track,
throughout
right
the song
from the start. Yeah.
Ama.
And so I wanted to touch on something. So I told you this, I love ARR community, right? I keep mentioning about it. And somebody from the community called Aarti is super pumped up about the fact about her new single with yourself.
Okay. Aarti Ashwin.
Aarti Ashwin. And she has been in all smiles since the last so many days. And also when she realized that you're also coming on the podcast today, and then given the fact that this song is releasing in some time this evening, India la,
Yeah, yeah.
and I wanted to take this opportunity to mention about this song and then get your thoughts on that, and any anything that you want to share.
Definitely. Number one, it's been composed by Balaji Gopinath, who is a huge, huge fan of AR, sir. In fact, we met in the Pune concert last year,
Okay.
2020. So, அங்கேருந்து we have been connecting so much. நிறைய நான் வந்து covers I did with him, and he has been sharing his musical ideas with him. And ஒரு சாங் இருக்கு அண்ணா, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஒரு இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் சிங்கிள் ஒன்று பண்ணுறேன், இண்டி ஒரிஜினல் ஒன்று பண்ணுறேன், நீங்கள் தான் பாடணும் அப்படின்னா. ஓகே, டெஃபினெட்லி ஷுர். And I enter the studio, and this Aarti Ashwin முன்னாடி I have conversed with her on Facebook, but this is the first time I'm meeting her. She had an amazing tone, amazing voice, and she also does dubbing. So அந்த அவங்க வாய்ஸ் அவ்வளோ அழகாக இருந்தது, and we shot the video together. We had an amazing time shooting. ஏன்னா அவங்க ஹைட்டு இட் வாசன்ட் மேட்சிங் மை ஹைட். ஸோ அவங்க ஒரு ஒரு ஏசியோட ஸ்டெபிளைசர் மேலே நின்று தான் ஷூட் பண்ணாங்க. அந்த ஃபோட்டோவெல்லாம் ரிலீஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க ஆர்த்தி. ஐ திங்க் சம் மேக்கிங்கில் வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So this song is a beautiful song. Or it is not the run of the mill song or a typical independent or Tamil song mari kadiyadu. It's totally different. It will definitely make you fall in love. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பாடல் இது. Beautifully composed by Balaji and written by Anthony Faze. So
Right. And maybe one line from that, if that's
yeah,
possible.
sure. சாரலே விழிகளில் விழுகிறாயே, இதயத்தில் நுழைகிறாய் என் உயிரே, காதலே கனவினில் வருகிறாயே, நுரையென கரைகிறாய் எந்த உயிரே. அப்படின்னு வரும்.
Wow.
I think next line goes into high where Aarti sings.
Seems like it's not an easy track at all.
No, it is not. And ரெண்டு பேரும் வந்து நிறைய hummings பண்ணியிருக்கோம், and it is brilliantly composed. It's like one top of each other, and அவங்க பாடுறதுக்கு நான் ஹார்மனி பாடுறேன். So when you listen to it, it's really beautiful.
Yeah. And just my second last thing before I wrap up. I have to ask you this. 99 songs. I was very pumped up this morning, especially when how should I put it? Okay, let me put it this way. I spoke to Sir yesterday, and then he said, okay, we're going to be releasing the credits list tomorrow. And so I wasn't aware who were all the singers in it. And this morning when Sir called me and he shared it, I was very excited when I saw your name. So track number 7.
Thanks so much.
And so please share everything that comes to your mind about this track. And 99 songs is special for Sir, as we know.
Yeah. In fact, before we recorded the song, Sir told the same thing. He said it's like his baby project. அவரோட குழந்தை மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் இது. And he really wants to do something different. அது மட்டும் I could understand from his அன்னைக்கு பேசினதில். And he said how excited he is about featuring a lot of the KM conservatory students in the soundtrack. And beautifully done movie by Vishwesh. And இவர் வந்து it's about music, it's for the musicians, it's about the feeling which music gives us. That is what the movie is about. And record பண்ணும்போது he played the Hindi counterpart of my song Teri Nazar, which was sung by Shashwat. And அதை வந்து கேட்டுட்டு இந்த மாதிரி சார் சொன்ன இந்த மாதிரி இந்த ஃபீல் மெயின்டைன் பண்ணோம். இந்த ஃபீல் ரொம்ப லவ்வில் ஒரு ரொம்ப மிஸ் பண்ணுற ஒரு பையன் வந்து ஒரு பொண்ணை ரொம்ப மிஸ் பண்ணுறான். ஸோ அந்த ஒரு ஃபீல் தெரியணும் அந்த பாட்டு. ஃபஸ்ட்டு லைன்லேருந்து நீ எல்லா நானும் ஆள் இல்லா மைதானம், ஏன் வாழத் தோணும் சொல் என் அன்பே என் அன்பே. இப்படிதான் பாடி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் அப்படி பாடல. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து நான் ரொம்ப நார்மலா பாடினேன். நீ இல்லா நானும் ஆளில்லா மைதானம் அப்படி பாடினேன். அவர் வந்து அங்கங்க ஒரு ஸ்டாப் கொடுக்க சொன்னார். அங்கங்க அந்த வேர்டை ஃபீல் பண்ணேன். நீ இல்லா நானும் ஆள் எல்லா மைதானம் ஏன் வாழத் தோணும் சொல் என் அன்பே என் அன்பே அப்படி பாட சொன்னார். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்புட் I got from him and it really helped me. I think he's been really passionate about this project, waiting to release, waiting for the release on 16th April. But it's really special to him. அது மட்டும் தெரியுது, அவர் கண்ணிலே தெரியுது. So we should all support this album and the movie. Yeah,
100%.
It's a beautiful. I watched the trailer and இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மியூசிக்கோட அந்த டீட்டெயிலிங் அவ்வளோ காமிச்சதே கிடையாது யாருமே. ஒரு மியூசிக் ப்ரொடியூசர், ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமர்னா அந்த கரெக்டான அந்த எக்யூப்மெண்ட், அந்த மைக்கு, அந்த கம்போஸ் பண்ணக்கூடிய அந்த தன்மை and the ability to play the piano and the guitar. He learned, Ehan Bhatt learned all that. So there's so much of effort and conviction which has gone into this movie. அது மட்டும் தெரிஞ்சுது. So
for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this movie on the first day here.
Yes,
I'm sure I'll take a day off and then go. So Hari, I mean it's been absolutely amazing to have you on this podcast, and I mean you've been very chilled out, and then you've not been in any rush whatsoever. You've just given me beyond what I asked for. So thank you so much.
Pleasure, Chandar.
And I've always enjoyed having a conversation with you, even when I met you in the concerts and stuff. And then the best part is you have no air around you at all, regardless of I mean, congratulations for the award that you won recently too. Much, very well deserved.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I'm sure there's a lot more to come. And
thank you.
I can't wait to see more and more success stories in the future, and heaps of concerts. I want to come there, watch you guys perform right in the front row.
Definitely. I'd love to see you there and give you a high five if I can.
For sure.
The first row. But thanks so much, Chandar. I think இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு விஷயம் எங்கேயுமே இல்லை, ஒரு பாட்காஸ்ட் about ARR. And me being a true fan of ARR like you and so many millions out there. I think A.R.Rahman sir is not only about the music, he's something else. He's it's about the person beyond that music.
True.
Also. And எப்படி வந்து ஒரு பர்சனால இவ்வளோ ஹைட்ஸ் அடைஞ்சும் இப்படி ஒரு கிரவுண்டடாக இருக்காரு, and how he is so kind and how he makes people around him comfortable, and he makes sure that every person gets their due and gets their recognition. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பர்சன், அந்த மாதிரி நான் சீரியஸ்லி பார்த்ததில்லை, and we all celebrate him because of that. And I'll continue to love him like you all, and with performing in his concerts and being with him and learning from him every day. My love and support to everyone in the I Love ARR community, and please keep supporting us.
For sure.